Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, maanknitwear. My name is Umbriel and I do a lot of different videos on this channel. Mostly knitting vlogs, but I also like to sprinkle in a little bit of free pattern videos, and this is one of those. This is my next version of free gift knitting for Christmas. And I have done one before 2 years ago, and that one is still very popular, so I wanted to make an updated version. But if you haven't watched that one, then I refer you to that one. And yeah, it's time for a new one. This time I have a lot of free patterns, but I also have a few paid for patterns, like really just a few of them. It's like 35 patterns, and I think maybe 5 of them were paid for. But I wanted to share mostly ones that you can finish really quickly. In doing my research for this whole list of patterns, I wanted to put the emphasis on quick knits. So I have looked at the meterage or the yardage of all of these patterns and made sure that they were pretty low, because the lower the meterage, the less knitting you have to do, no matter how big the needle size is. So I mostly looked at the meterage. So I wanted to just share all of them with you. And let's get started because there's a lot. The first one is a winter essential that I still haven't knit for myself even, but this would be a really cute gift. And that is a hot water bottle cover. And this is called All You Need, a Classic by London Leo. And it is released on June of 2011. And there's like more than 1,000 projects. So it's really popular. It's knit with a TK weight yarn, and they give a lot of different yarn options. And the yardage that they need is 140 to 190 yards or 128 to 174 meters. So there is the check for not that much yardage. And I think it's really cute. I mean, this one is really just standard. So this is like one color, but you can make it striped. You can do a little bit of color work, like find a little chart for yourself that has the amount, that has a sequence that is the amount of stitches that go around. You can do whatever you want. You can really be creative with this one and let it be a canvas, or you can embroider something on there. Of course, there are also patterns, but they're usually paid for, that have color work in them. Like the Maxine water bottle cover by Laura Penrose that I still want to knit myself. But I think this one, a free option, is a beautiful blank canvas that you can use. Then I want to go into a section that I call feet. So everything for feet. And I also looked at yardage. The lowest yardage, the better. And the first one that I wanted to share is another free pattern, which are the Cloud Slippers by Adrienne Sullivan. And these are they only need 50 to 82 meters, and they are knit on a 10 millimeter needle. So they are bulky weight or super bulky weight, but they're really cute little slippers. And I think this would be, if you want to knit something for your whole family, I feel like these would just whip out so quickly, because they only need 50 meters of super bulky weight. And the thing you can do if you don't have super bulky weight is just hold a bunch of yarns together. So if you have a lot of scraps of just a tiny little ball, a lot of times it is already 50 meters. And then if you hold a bunch of them together, you have a pair of cute little slippers. I feel like this would be the perfect gift for if you don't want to make something super intricate, but you have people who appreciate a handmade gift. This would just be perfect. And knit this in like a wool, like a bunch of strands of wool held together, would be nice and warm, nice and toasty. I really like this one, and I'm like inspiring myself right now to make this, because I know my brother wants some slippers and I haven't made them any yet. These would be perfect. And they come in a variety of sizes, so that's perfect. I think I'll make them myself. Then another slipper, and this one is pretty popular amongst knitting traditions watchers, who is a knitting podcaster, as you probably know. Everybody knows her. But those are the number 3 doublet tuffler, which are a double knitted slipper where you knit, like you basically knit the slipper twice and then you fold it into itself. It's a pattern by Liv Stangeland. And it is an old Sandnes pattern, but they did translate it into English and it is free. So more free patterns, the better. As I said, most of these are for free. I just sprinkled in a few paid for patterns. It uses a bulky weight and it is felted. So I know you put these in the washing machine and then you like form them over your feet basically. And they use around 140 to 350 meters. Yeah, and the yardage and meterage is always kind of the same, so I'll just use the meterage from now on, otherwise it's a lot of numbers. Yeah, and you knit them on a 5.5 millimeter needle, and they come in a lot of different sizes, ranging from an EU 25, which is a kid size, to an EU 46, which is too small for my boyfriend, so... But I think you can just knit them a little longer and then it'll be okay. Then I also have this really cute pattern. It's another free pattern. It's a DK weight little slipper and it's called Baby Uggs by Autumn Street. And they are for babies and they are so cute. They're just the cutest ever. They have like the top is like knitted with garter stitch and then the bottom is like really chunky. And I think they would just look so cute on little baby feet. They only use 80 to 100 meters and they come from sizes 3 months to 18 months. So they're really made for babies. And they use a DK weight. So cute. Such a cute pattern. Like if you made the slipper that I showed you that I want to make for a lot of people, and then you also have a baby, then you can make these for the baby. Perfect. And then just embroider like little Christmas themed things on them or something. So cute. Or don't do that because then they can wear it all year round, but whatever you want. Then I go to a section hands. And this is another free pattern. I wanted to include a fingerless mitten, and these are the Pioneer gloves by Kelly McClure. Yeah, and they're really just a simple fingerless mitten, and they use around 100 to 180 meters, which is really not that much. And it uses a fingering weight yarn. So I was also thinking you could do a fingerless mitten with a thicker yarn than fingering weight. Because if you use a DK, then you need even less yarn and then you're done quicker. But I do think it's nice to have not too thick of a fingerless mitten. I feel like it's nice to have like a thinner fabric. But yeah, I wanted to include this one. And yeah, fingering weight on 2.75 or a US 2 needle. And they look really cute. So yeah, another great pattern for a gift knit that is quick because the yardage is so low or short. And then here I have my first paid for pattern. These are the Be My Baby mittens by Popknit. And Popknit is a designer that I have been following for a really long time. I'm currently knitting the Cherish jacket, which is also a pattern by her. But I feel like if I look on Ravelry on her patterns, there's not a lot of projects. So I feel like maybe she's not that well known. So I kind of want to spread her patterns a little more amongst people who also like color and like crazy looking things, because I assume you like that if you watch my videos. Yeah, the Be My Baby mittens are a pattern that are sold for 35 Danish kroners, which is around €5 or $5. And they only use 100 to 150 meters. And they go from a really small size, so 3 years old, to an XL for adults. So there's a really big range. And they use a bulky weight for the whole mitten part and the thumb. But then for the cuff, they use a different yarn. So I think they use like a smaller needle as well. Yeah, a 6 millimeter needle for the main bit. And then for here, they use a 4 millimeter needle. and I used a boucle, and it looks so nice. And I still have some boucle in my yarn stash that I haven't used, that I have a plan for, but it would be so cute for this. Make a couple of cute little mittens for people. They look so cute, and her sample is in pink, and it just looks like a little cotton candy cloud. And then I haven't forgotten pets, because a lot of people have pets, and I wanted to include a pattern for pets, because I feel like Christmas, if you gift something to everybody, don't forget the pets. Yeah, this is the Dustland Dog Sweater by Stephen West. And the reason that I included it is because for the smallest size, you only use 64 meters of yarn. The biggest size has 530, so there's a really big range. So if you have a bigger dog, it wouldn't be quick. But if you have a really small dog that you want to knit a sweater for, it would be really short. Yeah, so it comes in 9 different dog sizes, or yeah, dog sizes, I don't know, clothing sizes. And you knit it in a DK weight yarn on 4.5mm needles, and this is a paid for pattern. So it is €7.63, but then you do get a range of different sizes, and I think it looks pretty cute. In the pictures, you can see that they even have like a little bit of a stitch pattern. So it's almost like they match with you if you have one of those like Guernsey Ginser type of sweaters, which is like maybe the Ingrid sweater or the Storm sweater from Petite Knit. And there's a lot of different sweaters, like Peggy sweater, I think is a different version of that by Knit. But there's a lot of different sweaters that have that patterning, and I think it's so cute that they also have a dog version, or that Stephen West has a dog version with that all those different stitches with that patterning. Really cute. Yeah, then the dog can match with the people. Then I want to talk about scarves. And if you knit like a long scarf, of course that's going to be a lot of time. That won't be a quick gift knit. But if you knit a short little scarf that you can tie around your neck, it will be really quick. And of course there is the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit, but everybody knows that pattern, I feel like. So I don't want to talk about that one. I have 2 different ones to give a little bit of attention to other patterns. And the first one I want to share is the Soul Sister scarf by Sari Nordland. And it only uses 150 meters, but she also has a thicker version or a longer version in here, and that uses 290 meters. So she has a length of 90 centimeters or a length of 130 centimeters, and then those use different yardages. So you can even choose, if you have a little bit more time, you can make the bigger one. But if you make the smaller one, it has just a little bit of yardage that it needs. And it uses a 4mm needle, and it holds together a lot of different yarns. And it is a paid for pattern. It's about €4 on Ravelry. I do think it's worth it. I mean, yeah, I feel like Sari Nordland is such a good designer, and yeah, it's totally fair to not make them free, of course. Then I also have another scarf. This is the Sola scarf by Anne Vinsel, which is on a DK weight yarn. It has one size and it uses 150 yards or 137 meters. And it's also knit on a 4mm needle. And it's also one of those that you can tie around your neck. And it is, she sells it for also around €5 on Ravelry. Then we're going into headwear. And the first one I wanted to share is one that is paid for. And I don't know, there's so many different hat patterns. And I feel like there's a lot of free ones. So you can just search on Ravelry for a free one and then select your needle size that you want to use. And there will be loads. But I wanted to share this one because I really like the way that it looks. And it only needs like 137 to 384 meters, but it is designed for any gauge. So I feel like she puts in a lot of effort on this one. I haven't told what pattern it is. It is the Sacred Sheep Hat by Caitlin Hunter, and it is knit with any gauge, any needle size. So I feel like that's really fun that she has that. I see a lot of different looking hats on here. And if you look at the projects, there's a lot of different looking hats, but they all just look really cute. And I like the way that the brim has a different color. I mean, you can always do that, of course, but I like the patterning, the color work. Yeah, it looks really good. And it's also around 4 or 5 euros on Ravelry. So yeah, I wanted to showcase that one because I think it looks really cute. Then I have another free pattern, which is another baby pattern, which is the Barely Bonnet by Pure Stitches. I feel like this one is really well known and is like one of the things that people make for babies. When someone has a baby, they want to knit this one because it's so cute. It is knit with a fingering weight yarn on 3mm needles, and they have sizes available for 3 months to 18 months. And it only uses 100 to 160 meters, depending on the size that you knit. And I think it would be a really quick baby knit and also a quick gift knit because yeah, the yardage is so low. Then I have another free pattern that would be really quick because this only uses 70 to 80 meters. It is the Headband with a Twist by Morella Moments, and it uses a DK weight yarn on 3.5mm needles, and it's just a regular headband with a little twist on the front, and it's a free pattern. Perfect, I think. If you really need to whip out something quick, have one evening to make a quick gift knit, I would recommend making this one. It gives one adult size of 56 to 58 centimeters, but it's easily adjustable because you can just knit a few more stitches to make it bigger or less stitches to make it smaller. And yeah, it has like brioche or 1x1 ribbing. I'm not sure. I think it's brioche, but oh, English rib. So I'm not sure what English rib is, to be honest. And there's no seam because you hide it in the little twist on the front. Then I go into Hairwear. And the first one is the Bisous Scrunchie by Camille K, which is another free pattern. I think from now on, almost everything is free again of my patterns. And yeah, it's a really simple, it's a scrunchie. And scrunchies are so easy and quick to whip out. It says you need 120 meters of yarn. I think you would need a little less, to be honest, but yeah, I trust them. It uses a lace weight yarn, but I think they hold it like triple or something because they use a 5mm needle. And yeah, it just looks really cute. If you want to make a cute little hair tie for somebody, a scrunchie, then this would be a great option as a free pattern. Then I have another free pattern, which is the Dahlia Hair Tie Bow by Isabel Cecilia, which just looks really cute. It's a little tie for in your hair. And yeah, it's just really cute. I think this would be perfect for maybe, I don't know, I was going to say like a teenager, but I would like it too. And I'm not a teenager. I'm just a 31-year-old teenager, so... yeah, they only need 44 to 101 meters. So this would be another one that you could whip out in one evening. And then lastly of these hair tie ones, going into the next category, ornaments, is the December bow by Petite Knit, which is a cute bow that you can put in your hair if you attach a little clip to it. And it only uses 100 meters, so really cute in garter stitch. It seems really simple, so I'm a little bit like I wish she wouldn't have made it paid for, but it's okay. It's around 5 euros again on Ravelry. It uses a 3.5mm needle, and it is a really cute little tie. And you can also use it as an ornament. So with that, I want to go to my next section, and that is ornaments. I have so many cute ones. It's crazy. I want to make all the ornaments, so I want to share with you all my ornaments patterns, and they're cute. So I have 12 ornaments patterns, but they're just so cute, and I'll go through them really quickly. And most of them are free, maybe all of them even. But so you have the December bow by Petite Knit. You could make that into an ornament. I think it is intended to be an ornament. But here I have the mini Christmas stocking ornaments by Julie Williams. Cute, hanging in your tree. They only need 5 to 6 meters, so just whip out 5 and put them in a little thing and then give it to your grandma. Perfect. Perfect little gift. Or make all 12 of these that I'm going to show you and then give them to your grandma. Make them all in the same yarn or something. Anyway, use a fingering weight yarn on 3.75 millimeter needles, and there's a variety of different patterns that you can put in there. So cute. Next one. I'll go through these quick because there's many. The Christmas bell or ornament. I don't know why it's or ornament, because I think it's a Christmas bell ornament. But it's a pattern by Debbie McGrath. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is just a little cute little bell. I think this would be perfect to have in your tree. Just a little cute little garter stitch bell. It doesn't say how much meters it uses, but it can be too much. It uses a worsted weight yarn, and yeah, it's available for free. It's great. Then the next one is Christmas Toadstools by Marin Curley, which is a cute little pattern, also knit with a DK weight yarn on 3.25 millimeter needles, another free one. It doesn't say how much yardage it uses, but it can be too much. All of these should be just the smallest amount of yardage. The only thing, if you have the ones that are like a little, a lot of them need stuffing. So remember that when you're making them, you need to stuff something in them, but you can use your yarn scraps for that, or you can buy the like stuffing for amigurumis, for plushies, etc. So just remember that, and this one is one of those, and I think the bell will need it too. The next one is the Little Christmas Tree Wreath by Magdalena Roslaniak. It also doesn't say how much yardage it needs, but it looks like it's I-cord and then it's braided, so really cute. And then it has a little bow on top in garter stitch, so super cute, really, yeah, easy looking, and it is really effective. Like if you make the wreath in green and then make a little red bow on top, perfect. I only wonder how to make it so round. I think they put something in there to make it sturdy, but I haven't read the pattern yet, so I don't know what now I want to know what they do. It doesn't use anything in there, so it's just braided. They just braid it, and then it is around because I think it's sturdy enough. So yeah, but I think you could put something in there to make it sturdy. The next one is Tiny Sweaters by Miriam L. Felton, another free pattern. And I have downloaded this one already. I think it's really cute and I like it. It's in fingering weight yarn, so you have a little bit more detail in the sweater. I know there are tiny sweaters with a DK weight yarn, but then it's a little more, like it has a little less details in there. And this one, oh, it's really cute. And they have a lot of duplicate stitching samples that you can use to make it extra cute. It only uses 23 to 27 meters and it will just knit up so quickly. It's knit on 2.5 millimeter needles. The next one is the Tiny Little Donut by Julie Williams, and it is knit as an accessory for a little rabbit, I think. But I have seen Rebecca from Hip Knit Hooray make this one as an ornament, and I think it's so cute. And she said she uses DK weight instead of a fingering weight, and then do a lot more, a few more increases so that you have a bigger donut. And oh, these are cute. I really want to make these, and they look really simple. I think you just make one big thing, and then you stuff it, and then you seam it together on the outside. That's what I think. I haven't looked at it completely. It says it only uses 7 to 8 meters. But if you use, like if you make more increases, then you knit more, so you would need a little bit more yarn, but they would whip up so quickly, I would think. Then the next one is another simple one, which is called Free as a Bird by Kaisa Fredriksson. I'm sorry for how I pronounce that. But it is a little feather, and it is knit on with 2-color brioche. So I feel like this would be a really perfect, like, trying out how to knit 2-color brioche, because I don't know how to knit 2-color brioche. So I think this would be perfect to try it out with this pattern. It uses 2.5mm needles, and the yardage that you need is 5 to 10 meters. And also I think it would be really cute to have the background with some sparkle. Next one is the Tiny Tree Socks by Summer Lee, another free pattern. And I wanted to include this one because they look so much different than the other socks that I showed you. These are really like Summer Lee type of socks with a lot of different colors and just really cute. And the other one a lot more Christmassy. So I wanted to include this one as well. They use only 24 meters on 2.25mm needles, and they use a fingering weight yarn, and they look so cute. To use your own, like, to mimic your own socks that you have in little tiny socks. So cute. That's really a great idea, to just use fingering weight sock yarn and to just make them just like your own socks. Then the next one is the Star Ornament by Adela Dutra. Another free pattern using a super bulky weight, so it only uses 8mm needles, and then you have this cute star. It looks really cute. I don't know exactly how to make it. I think it's with slip stitches. Yeah, on 8mm needles and only 18 meters, so it will be whipping up really quickly. Then the next one is the Holly Bow by Petite Knit, and this is a free pattern. So this is a free pattern by Petite Knit, and it is really cute. It's just 2 little leaves. Holly leaves, I suppose. That's what they are, what you call them in English. I don't know. Only uses 10mm needles, DK weight on 3mm needles. What did I say? It only uses 10 meters, not millimeter needles. 3mm needles, 10 meters, and a DK weight yarn. Really cute. You could buy a little bow, or you can knit a bow to put it behind, or whatever you want, but it would look so cute in your tree. Then the next one, and we're kind of getting into little stuffed animals. But these are still ornaments. This one is called the Snowy Owl Ornament by Kathy Lewinsky. And it's so cute. It's such a cute little owl. I want an owl in my Christmas tree. We're going to get a Christmas tree this year. That's why I'm so into ornaments. This is the first time living here that we're going to get a tree, because it's the first Christmas that we're actually here and not in the US. So yeah, I'm excited to knit my own ornaments. And you can use them every year, so it's perfect. This little owl is knit on 2.75mm needles. It's another free pattern, and it uses 9 to 14 millimeter meters of yarn, and it uses an Aran weight. And don't forget that you have to stuff it again. And then the next one is one that Izzy Knits showed on Instagram, and I thought it was so cute. It's called Furry Fairies by Alan Dart. And it is this cute mouse with a skirt and like fairy. It looks like a little fairy. It's so cute with little wings and then a star. It's so cute. It doesn't, yeah, it would whip up so quickly. I think it's just one little evening of knitting and you have a little mouse. Uses DK weight yarn on 3mm needles. And it's just the cutest little thing ever. I already looked at the pattern, and it is knit flat. I would knit it in the round. I would prefer to knit it in the round. But it looks pretty easy. So then I'm going into tiny little plushies. So you know, you have with crocheting, you have amigurumis. But for knitting, you can also knit little tiny little cute stuffies. So here is the Baby Penguin by Claire Garland, and I just love this one so much. Yeah, she even has a little sweater for it. It's so cute. It is a paid for pattern. It's €3, around €3 on Ravelry, and it's just the cutest little thing ever. Like, look at it with the little sweater on. It's so cute. It only uses 64 to 73 meters. It's a little bit more of a process than just knitting an ornament, but so cute. And together with that little owl, you can even make this into an ornament. Next one is the Tiny Window Cat by Sarah Elizabeth Kellner. It's a free pattern and it is another little plushie. It's so cute. It is knit with a sport weight yarn on 2.25mm needles, and you only need 14 to 18 meters. And I think it would be perfect for someone who loves cats. I just knitting a tiny little cat that looks like their cat. Yeah, and just putting in your windowsill or make it into an ornament, that would be perfect too. Then another one that I think is so fun is La Prande de Shrimp by Ashley Dorian Medwig, which is a free pattern and so cute. There's two little shrimp that you can knit, a bigger one and a smaller one. And it uses a DK weight yarn, 3.25mm needles or US 3, 14 to 18 meters of yarn, and don't forget the stuffing. So funny, so cute. I still need to make the stone knit pattern with the shrimp. I started that a long time ago, but I love shrimp for some reason. And you can hang them in your tree too. Then the next one is Gnome News is Good News by Sarah Shira. Yeah, another little plushie. It is, you have to pay for this pattern. It's around €7, and they use 128 to 150 meters on 2.5mm needles. And it's just a cute little gnome. I don't know. Yeah, you know, there's something for everybody in this list. Maybe somebody likes gnomes, and or you just think it's cute to knit them a little gnome, or you make it into a little Christmas decoration. Then I go into a pattern that I want to knit for Christmas and I want to knit for myself. That is the Ribka pouch, which is a little, it's a little fish, and you can use it as a little holder for like a lip balm or for your ear pods or something. And I think I will be using it for exactly that, because I always lose those, and I feel like if they had a little pouch, it would be perfect. It is the Ribka pouch by Rat and Sea Witch, and yeah, really cute. It uses a fingering weight yarn held together with a mohair, and it is for sale for €3.82. So for an AirPods case, you need 8 grams of sock yarn, 5 grams of mohair, and then she also has a pencil case option. Really cute. I want to knit this one for 2 people for Christmas. Not a lot of people are getting presents this year, handmade presents, but I'm thinking maybe the slippers for my brother and then these for other people, but I'm going to keep it a secret. Then from the same designer, she also has this little pouch, like a little purse. It's called the Muselka purse, also by the Rat and Sea Witch, which is also for sale on Ravelry for €0.38. And it is a little shell that is a pouch, like a little, it has a little zipper in it and everything. So cute. Yeah, it's just a little seashell, and that's what Muselka means in Polish. So that's why the pattern is called that. And it's really cute. It's also with a lace and fingering held together, and they actually look like little shells in the picture. And I think this would be a perfect little gift for anybody. And then lastly, my last 2 patterns are for around the house. So yeah, there's always people that like practical gifts. So here is the Sunburst Pot Holder by Pearl Soho, which is a free pattern. It is knit with short rows, and then it is knit in a circle, and it's double folded. So it's like really sturdy, and if you make this in a cotton yarn, it would be perfect to use in the kitchen. Make sure to use a yarn that can endure heat. Just saying, if you gift it. You can even make it like into Christmas themed with white and red. Would be really nice, I think, to gift. And then lastly, I have a washcloth, because I have been looking for washcloth patterns, and I feel like it's kind of hard to find a nice looking pattern, because they look really, yeah, I don't know how to, but this one looks really good. This one looks really good. It's called the Tin Ceiling Washcloth Plus Hand Towel by Sandy Rosner. Also from Pearl Soho, by the way. And it is in this really nice stitch pattern. So it has kind of like diamonds in there. But I feel like because it has a stitch pattern, it has like more grip on your hands. So I think that's really smart. It uses 110 to 338 meters on 5mm needles. So I feel like you would knit this up pretty quickly. And yeah, you can make matching ones, or yeah, for it would be really nice to get a few washcloths. I feel like I always need them. And I should really knit myself some. So I hope you like this wrap up of all of these ideas for quick gift knits. I hope this was helpful. Are you going to knit any of these? Do you have bigger projects that you're knitting on, or are you still thinking, oh, I should knit something for people? Just a reminder, you never have to knit anything for people, even though you can knit. Yeah, just as a reminder, it's okay. Don't pressure yourself too much. Yeah, knitting is your hobby. You don't have to do it. So I just wanted to share this whole list of gift knits, quick gift knits. I know it was a little heavy on the ornaments, but I am so into ornaments at this moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, then please consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel, then I have a few options. You can buy one of my patterns that I have published. I've published 2 sock patterns. You can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi, or you can buy one of my patterns from my Ravelry wishlist. But you don't have to, because by watching this video, you've already helped me out a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays. Bye!